Uh, Hi. So, I am making a web series about a character called Paz who does a vlog. If you would like to see the web series, you have to message me on Twitter. I'm at CG_Regan. I don't want to make it too obvious where it is yet because the vlog is presented as a real thing. Eventually, it will become apparent. Probably quite soon, it's going to become apparent. And particularly, we're kind of getting into the kind of more of the story element of it now. So I'm looking for people to try and help me with the behind the scenes stuff. Like it's minimal, very minimal involvement, but if anyone's interested in finding out more, then please do message me and I'll tell you how you can get involved. So the second episode, this video is about the second episode. I'm going to do a video on each episode, hopefully. Second episode is probably the one that remains closest to my first draft. I said in the last episode of this that the first draft was more naturalistic and this episode was kind of a hangover from that. This is someone who's just started a YouTube channel who doesn't really know what she wants to talk about yet and is just going, hello, this is me. I mean, in terms of the writing, her parents being separated was to do with the character of her Paz's brother features quite heavily later on. I wanted to get in this idea that he kind of raised her. But part of the script is still a work in progress and I haven't really decided. I wanted to keep a bit of a mystery around her mum and I haven't really figured out what that is yet. I like the idea that there's a bit of a mystery there. She mentions her dad turning their old house into a bed and breakfast, so her room's now a guest room. That was kind of that happened to someone I knew, so I thought that was kind of interesting. That thing of sort of not being able to go home, this idea of that she's kind of exiled, I suppose, was interesting. There are two kind of important plot points. The first is the noise that happens kind of off camera, the kind of scraping noise. That was my brother Pete, because I'm filming it in like some shed outside, and Pete was scraping a shovel across the door. And the first time we did it, he scraped it across the actual door where we were filming, and that was way too loud, so we kind of did it on the next door along. The point of that was to kind of hint that there was something going on, because I didn't want, partly for people going back, but I also wanted to see that like this isn't just a straight vlog, that there is something kind of weird going on as well. And later there will be more noises and things. So far, no one in the comments on the actual series has picked up on this noise at all, which is odd. I mean, I guess it's not odd. I mean, why would you? It's just a not funny noise. I mean, it was the thing for me when I posted that video. I thought as soon as she kind of looked around, it felt to me like that's a moment of that's someone acting. Like, not that Cheryl, who plays Paz, is really good. That's not. I don't think that's sort of, the way she did it. It's just that it's such an unusual. Like a YouTuber would normally edit that out. I mean, the advantage of this, of that first video, is that Cheryl learned the whole thing so she could do it in one take, which I think actually made it feel more kind of written in a way. But in this first one, it does really work, particularly with that noise. So there's the noise, also the picture in the background will become important because it will change. Spoiler. This is the first video, this is the only video you can actually see it fully in. When we started when we did the second shoot, I actually had to move the photo frame down. I've got a really amazing costume designer slash stylist on this as well, called Alina. In order to get the photo in, I was kind of like, oh, we're gonna have to shoot everything kind of from up here, and so what's the point of having all these different clothes and sort of going to this effort? And it wasn't just that, it was like I sort of wanted to be able to vary the shots as well. So in the first kind of 8 videos, you don't see much of the photo, and then when we shot the next 8, I actually moved it down because I had it in a place that was natural. I had it was like, well, if you got a photo, you would put it on your wall. The two things that happened when we shot recently was that one, I wanted to be able to see the photo more because it has now changed. But in order to show that, I wanted to move it down. The other thing was that I wanted to try and experiment with Paz standing up and doing more kind of standing up to camera videos. There's just not much room in the shed, and the sitting down videos do feel more natural for the stuff that she's talking about at the moment. So I thought, well, we're gonna have to cheat this photo then because I need people to see it. And to a degree, she wants it in the background of her videos. She probably would move it down. So That's why. I think that's all I've got to say about the second video. I mean, it's a fairly straightforward one. She's still wearing pajamas because she's supposed to have be filming this in the early hours of the morning still. That's kind of her thing. That's the second video. I will do more of these. I will try and do one about each episode to kind of explain what they're about and stuff. If this has been useful, please let me know, or if you have any questions, leave a comment, you know, stuff like that. Thank you very much. Bye bye.